Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are on this massive world we call Earth, I sincerely hope you are having a smooth day, evening, night, wherever you have to be located. On my channel today, my 3D channel, talking about Blender, one of the most premier 3D editing software on the globe. I'm going to be talking about the shader editor, the node editor. I'm going to show you something there, people. If you're new to using those nodes, you're going to love what I got to show you. What I'm going to show you today is going to make you want to learn how to manipulate those nodes like a pro. What I'm going to show you, I have never seen, and I've been around since Blender 2.76, and I recently got interested deeply in the node editor 2021. So I'm new to the node editor. I've been using the node editor for roughly 2 months. So the latter half of 2021 is when I got on board with the node editor. That's when I discovered how the node editor is different from the compositor. Yes, the node editor and the compositor, they both use nodes, but they cover two completely things. One deal with basically magnifying the scene. The other deal with magnifying bits and pieces of parts in your scene. That's the difference. Like I said, I'm going to show you something that's going to make you want to get involved in these nodes. So let's dive right on in. I want to get rid of Harold the Cube. By Harold, I want to add in a plane, a mesh, plane. And if you're new to Blender, I'm assuming that you know what I'm doing right now. Going through meshes, adding the plane. This is typical stuff that every newcomer should already know. I'm going to hit the S key to scale it, or I can go over here, click on the scale icon, but I like hitting S. I'm going to hit 4, magnify it 4 times what it was. Now I'm going to go to the shader editor. I'm going to click on shading. You know I have to wait. I have a slow I7, so we have to wait a while. I'm going to hit the tilde key, put it in top mode. I'm in a shader editor or node editor. I'm hitting new. I can hit new, or I can go to materials and click new. I'm going to click new on materials. And there we are. We had the infamous Principal BSD node, and I call it infamous because when you're new to nodes, looking at this gigantic BSD node is intimidating. But like I said, I've been around for 2 months, going on 3. I've got used to the Principal BSD, and I did a video on the Principal BSDF. Now, thanks to my learning on Udemy, I know most people who deal with nodes, they use the texture input, texture coordinate. And one more thing for me, I like to right click on this right here where my mouse at. I like to join to give myself more real estate. Join, see, I got more stuff, more area to deal with. Click up here, join. Alright, so now it's in 2 halves. I want to add in my add. Go to the famous converters. That's the section you're gonna use a lot when you're dealing with principal. When you're dealing with BSD, PBR. When you're dealing with PBR, physically based rendering, you're gonna be dealing with this converter part a lot in Blender. So I'm gonna go to separate XYZ. Use that a lot. I'm gonna collect my object to vector. Okay. Now, just to see if anything. Oh, I hate that new feature in Blender, where with the slightest manipulation, things just zip off the screen, zip and fly off the screen, and they fly fast. And I have multiple copies of Blender. I have it on a next computer and on the Windows, and it acts the same. I want to just connect this to see what it looks like. Wait a couple seconds. If you're dabbling with nodes, you recognize that. I'm not going to explain it because I did a video on the meaning of that. I just want to get to the point and show you what's going to make nodes beautiful for you. I'm going to go to add again. I'm going to go back to my converter. I want to add a math node. The math node, and like I'm saying, if you want to get into PBR, the math node better be your friend. It's going to be your friend. Alright, I'm going to go to power. I want to make a power 2 to make a parabola. It's not going to look like a parabola. I hit 2 right there. This is the parabola. But since we're in 3D, every point is included in the parabola. On the x-axis, all the points. All of them. So that's why I look like this. It don't look like the traditional algebra that you learned in algebra. It don't look like the traditional parabola in algebra 2. But I'm going to take care of that in a moment. I'm going to go back to add. Go back to converter. Choose math node. There. Now I'm going to choose less than. Less than. You can choose greater than or less than. It don't matter. Wait a couple seconds. Let's see if it updates. Not done yet. Now, to make it, this is what I'm really going to do. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. To make it show the parabola, I need this expression right here. Let me see if I can hit the T key. T. I'm going to go up here. Yeah. This is what I want. I want to have x squared. To make the parabola show, I want to hit x squared. You see I have less than right here where my mouse at. So I'm going to put less than. I can say less than or equal to y. That's the equation that will make it appear. So when you do that math, you got to have a little math in your mind. So to make it do that, remember I have y right here. So I have to come down, take my y, and insert it into threshold. Right, yeah, wait. Before I go further, this is basically the threshold right here. Because you mean threshold, there were multiple different, let me do this. Annotate. This right here. Oh, that's an ugly look at representation. This sign right here. Greater than, less than or equal to, that represents the threshold. Threshold. So, I take my y and connect it to threshold. Wait a couple of seconds. There we go. I'm not going to explain the math behind it. It's the reason why it's showing it. But that equation, see now, basically for every value of x squared, to make it true, let me go right here. It said 1 if a is less than b, else 0. So wherever it's dark at, all this stuff right here is 0. Because you remember, in a 3D world, or the computer world, black is 0 and white is 1. So if a is less than or equal to y, the value will become 1. So that's where it's always white. That's the white part. Okay. Alright, so let's go on. I'm done with the math talking, people. Here comes the magic part right here. I have to add 2 more nodes. Then let me erase this so everything can look more clear up here too. Let me erase all this stuff. So when you see the magic, you won't have nothing to obstruct you. And the problem that I encountered, at least for me, it took me one day to solve, several hours to overcome it, because I was thinking about this for a while. I was thinking about it. You know how you think over several days, but you don't really put all your focus on it. So I was thinking about this for several days, but my whole focus took place really today. Let me move some of this out the way. I don't need to see texture anymore. So I want to make as much space as possible right there. And I want to go up some. And I can jack it up. Alright, so here come the magic. I'm going up here to add. I'm going to choose color. Mix RGB. Zap. Let's wait to see if it's an update. You know, it's going to take several seconds because I think it takes several seconds to update. I can adjust my factor right here. As you see, it's getting darker and darker. If I go all the way up to 1, it gets white. I'll put it right here. If you've been dealing with nodes, you've seen this many times on YouTube channels. The basic parabola. Okay? But can I add something to it? Can I give it more pizzazz? That's what I'm going to show you now. How to put some pizzazz in there. Because now I have a more interest in doing this stuff now. Since I discovered this part today, that's here in the white part. It don't do nothing. I can't do nothing with that. I can't use it to make my illustration look more lively. Okay, so here's the magic right here. I add the mix node. Now I'm going to add me a texture. A texture. I'm going to choose the famous one, Warani. I hope I said it right. Add that into color. Let's wait and see several seconds what happened. See, something happened. So that's good right there. You see, wherever it was black, so it's gonna work both ways. Wherever it was black, it got that shape there. You see that, Barani? The white stuff has been left alone. Now I'm gonna take it up a notch. I want to put something in just that parabola area. Now we need the mix node. I want to go to mix node. I want to choose darken. And let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Why didn't it happen? Choose mix. Oh, I know what I can do. Or I can just choose, let me choose greater than. That should flip it. Let's see. Wait a couple seconds. And see, and there we go. Now, people, when you got something like this, you can make your designs more better. More better designs. I'm gonna go, because earlier today I had it on darken. And it worked. The other part was dark. Let me see how this look. But still, you got the idea. Even if darken don't work for me, even if it don't work for me, you still got the idea. See right there. And then I'm gonna put it back on less than like I had it originally. And you see right there, we saw it with two versions. How to make it the dark part look white, and we saw how to make it's dark. But that's a game changer for me. Now, if it was gray, and you know how some things have grays in it, since it's all black, that it's not going to show the Varney texture. But if it has shades of gray, you know, it would show more of it. But since that's black, it's not going to show it. But that was the game changer to me, people. See, now I'm more interested in making my own textures. And I just don't have to work with the Varney texture. I'm going to give you one more example. I can choose any texture. Add texture. I'm going to choose brick. Wait a couple seconds. Let's see what happened. See? A game changer. Massive. Now, when you make your different designs, now you have the capability of adding those textures in there and changing it any way you want to. I'm just going to change the greater than. Let's see what happened. So now for me, I want to deal with, I'm going to choose lighting. But so the main thing, you have to go to that mix shader and mess around with them settings. You see right there? Go to mix shader, mess around with them little settings, then add your texture in. And you're good to go. See, now I feel pleased in learning more about manipulate these nodes, because now I know when I make them little geometric shapes like them people was doing on YouTube, they make the geometric shapes, but they don't put no texture inside. How is that going to help me eventually? I can't, if they make a circle, but there's no texture inside. What's a circle going to do for my scene when I'm not manipulating the texture? Let me add another one. Let me see. Let me see how this texture look. See, look at that. Powerful. And you know, with the mix shader, you just can keep mixing it and mixing it and mixing it. So, that's it, my good people. I hope this video has given you the urge, the drive, the push to expand your knowledge with PBR. Because now you know when you make any shape, I can put a texture into it. It just don't gotta stay all black. It just don't gotta stay all white. Those days are gone. Gone. We can do anything we want. That's all we gotta do. Say, let me go over here and mess around with this the mix node. The mix node will help you. You see right here? One area is darker or more heavier, and the other one is light. Just work around with that mix node. Just put that mix node, and that will help set you free. The mix node. It set me free, good people. See? Now when I put saturation, it don't do nothing. But I'm free now. Let me hit the divide and let's see what happened. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, you know, and see, look right here, see? A nice little texture pattern. A nice little pattern. And there's other ways. I make much more of it. I know how to make it like more like tiles, but I'll make it to that later. But the main thing is, I feel happy now. I feel happy. I feel happy. If you like the video, you know what to give me. I ain't gonna beg nobody. Give me what you want. If you got a comment, leave me a comment. But like I said, you know I'm telling the truth. On many of those YouTube videos, and I've been watching a lot of them, I've never or rarely have I seen them add a texture into that white area. Into that black. They just left it all white and nothing else. Until the next time, you see, my good people. For the new users out there, you see, I keep pushing. I'm an educator by trade, so since I'm a scholarly person, I keep thinking on a lot. And plus, I think since I have a degree related to in the scientific field, I have a degree in the scientific field, so that's why I'm sort of I push forward with understanding these little node stuff a little bit more. But don't give up on learning these nodes, because as you all see now, the future and all 3D packages, and I say all of them, moving towards nodes. So take your step, keep moving forward, a little bit each day, a little bit each week. Let's move forward. Don't stop, keep pushing. Like I like to always say, the most pronounced, elite 3D artist was a beginner. They were a beginner like you and me. Until the next time, 3D family, peace.